Now that we have covered dividends, stock splits and bonus, let's understand another corporate action that's not very popular like the other three and is still extremely important, and this is known as rights issue. Now this corporate action is slightly more complicated, but wait, you don't worry, I'm here to simplify everything for you, so don't worry about that. Now let's understand what a rights issue is. A rights issue is basically an invitation to existing shareholders to buy additional shares in the company at a discount to the share price at a time. Okay? With these rights, the shareholders have the option to purchase new shares at a discount to the market price on the stated future date. Don't worry, I'll give you an example. Now, if you look at L&T Financial Holding, on November 9, 2020, L&T Financial Holding announced a rights issue of 17:74 at a premium of 55 rupees over its face value of 10. Slightly confused, right? Don't worry, let's go one by one. A 17:74 rights issue means that the company is offering 17 shares for every 74 shares that you own. But at what price? A rights issue is generally offered at a premium over the face value of the share. The face value, also known as the par value or nominal value, is the fixed value of the share decided by the company when it comes out with an initial public offering or an IPO. Now in this case, the rights issue was offered at 55 plus 10, which was 65 rupees per share. Now the ex-rights date and the record date for L&T Financial Holdings rights issue were 21st Jan and 22nd Jan respectively. Now the ex-rights date is similar to the ex-dividend date, ex-split date and the ex-bonus date, meaning you have to buy the shares before the ex-rights date to actually participate in the rights issue so that you hold the shares by the record date. Now this means that if you bought the shares of L&T Financial Holdings on 20th Jan, you would have to have the shares in 2 trading days, which is 22nd Jan, which is the record date. Now before the ex-right date, the share was trading at 96.59 rupees per share. This means that the rights issue was offered at a 32.7% discount on the current market price. Now let's understand what is the impact on the share price. When a company goes for a rights issue, it effectively issues new shares in exchange for money, capital. Right? Now remember, we spoke about something like this in the first module. We spoke about this when we covered primary and secondary markets. Now in essence, a rights issue is a transaction that happens in the primary market. It is because it is between the company and the people directly. Now if the company issues new shares in exchange for capital, the number of shares of the company increases. Now this means that the earnings per share of the company also goes down slowly. Now if the earnings per share of a company is calculated by dividing the net profit by the total number of shares. If the earnings per share goes down, then the share price might fall as well. So usually when the rights issue is announced, the share price usually falls. But however, there are cases when the share price of a company may go up after the rights issue is announced. Now why is this? Now if the company intends to use this capital that is got from the rights issue to expand and grow its business, then investors might think that the company will do well in the future and hence they're willing to pay a little bit more for that particular share. Now let's understand, why do these companies even go for a rights issue? Now this is only one reason is there why companies would go for a rights issue. It's basically to generate capital or to raise money. Hence it is very important to track why the rights issue has been offered in the first place. Since some companies who are struggling and have a lot of debt to pay off may come and offer a rights issue so that they can just pay off their debt. Now in such cases, you are effectively buying the debt of a company. Now it is necessary to study the company, research about the business and analyze whether things will improve in the future or not. However, it isn't necessary that a rights issue is offered only by a struggling company. There are a lot of instances where companies want to generate capital to expand and grow its business. Hence, you will have to analyze where and how this company will invest that extra money, and will that investment be good in the long run for this company so that it becomes good for you as well. Now finally, to conclude, we can see unlike a bonus issue or a stock split, right, a rights issue has a fundamental impact on the financial numbers of a company and its future prospects because we're raising capital. Now continuing this theme, we will talk about another interesting corporate action called share buybacks in the next episode. So stay tuned.